Good afternoon, race fans. We're here at Texas for the Be Fixed 45 laps. Ran one of these earlier in the week. Absolutely burned the right front off of the car. We're going to try not to do that in this one. Just here for fun. Haven't been running the B series regularly, but we're going to give her a go. I think we must have missed top split because we're in the 3 car, but we'll see how it goes. Looking forward to it. Should be a fun one. I do think just by virtue of being the 3 car, I'm going to go ahead and qualify, try to get us some track position. Hopefully that will work out for us. Let's give her a go. That's right off the bat, we're not paying attention. All right, let's try that again, shall we? Much better.
Green, green, green. All right, man. Here comes your first time lap.
I feel like I took that pretty easy, but I also didn't wreck.
One more lap to go.
A little harder that time. Also missed the bottom.
There's the checkered flag.
All right, I mean, that's right around what our best has been so far. Looks like we're provisionally on 4th right now. We'll take it. Yeah, these guys doing these 29.7s, I'm not sure how they're doing that. That's pretty quick. I've also got a lot to learn about the O'Reilly car. It just drives so different from what I enjoy. That's not to say I don't enjoy the O'Reilly car. It's just it's unfamiliar to me. Out of the modern cars, it's probably the one I would stand to like the most. It feels a little bit more like a Gen 4 when you're driving it, handling wise, but it's still very momentum based and not necessarily as dependent on things like throttle control and angles and all that good stuff. Tire saving definitely still matters. That's why our first attempt at this didn't go quite as planned. So we may be slow off the jump. That's okay. That's kind of the plan. We're not gonna push. We're gonna be doing shallow exits. It just seems like that, and just being easy. I think I can keep the tires on it, and hopefully we'll be there at the end. If we get a bunch of yellows, maybe we'll change our game plan, run a little harder. Looks like we've fallen down to 7th, right about middle of the pack of the guys that qualified. That's about right for us. we're not gonna push the issue with anybody early either. If they look fast, we're gonna get them through. Hopefully, we'll see them, again, 10 to 15 laps later. I don't think we have the raw pace to win with that, so we're gonna have to be sneaky and win it through wits. And I say win it. I am not anticipating a win. Would be cool, but if we want to get a finish relative to our car number, it's going to be on race management, not pace. But here we go.
The estimated SOF is
2,662.
we expect to be fighting for the podium. Five cars left to grid. Still waiting on two cars to grid.
I do wish these B and A and C fixed races were long
Waiting on the
form.
final car to grid.
I just don't have the confidence with setups to
Everyone's
get into
gridded.
the Open
You
Series,
have
and I'm
two additional sets of tires
sure
to
not paying for
Smooth
anything.
and have a good run.
So that kind of relegates me to the fixed series, where we get these like just one-run races essentially, which it's fine, it's still fun, but I like the strategy of getting the pit stops involved. I like seeing your care of your tires and fuel
All right,
saving
man, we're going green
all
next
pay
time.
off.
All right, man, line up on the
And you don't get
inside
to do a
row.
lot of that
The road
in
is
races
closed.
that are this length. And also, people tend to drive differently when there's only 45 laps and you get a tire change in that 45 laps. So I think these races are a little more aggressive than typically suits me. That's okay, though. We're going to race it anyway.
Hey, what the hell happened to you? Looks like, well, I had my wheel all the way cranked and I went in the grass. Just
Get
my
ready.
tire there. Must have
all
caught
going
off
on
guard. I
green.
gave myself a new well, I guess.
All right, man, pace cars in.
'Cause I went out of the pits and back in and said speeding in the pits. I don't know. I'll go.
Green flag,
I'll
green
go high.
flag.
I'll go over slow. I'm not.
Oh, we're checking up.
Outside.
Yeah, I was totally fine with it.
Stay low. You're clear high, clear high.
safety race.
Outside. Hold your line.
Man, how are you gonna
Outside.
come up and turn?
Too wide there. You're clear high, clear high. All right, man, caution is out. Caution is
Ah,
out. Line up single
Feel like
file.
we barely
Your
got
road
away
is
from
closed.
that.
Brothers. Really? Isn't good for safety rating, I guess.
I am not super psyched about seeing that packet loss just hanging out up there. I don't know
There's
what
your
the
A
deal
license.
is. I've never had issues prior to this season in
Next up,
iRacing.
19 car.
I didn't change anything with my connection. I didn't change providers. I don't know what the deal is. I've got all the devices I can that I'm not using turned off. Nothing else running on the PC except OBS and Discord, I guess. I don't know why I'm having such issues with that. Hopefully it doesn't cause us any problems this race.
Pit road is now open.
Not anticipating anybody coming down. I'm staying out. So yeah, that wreck, on cold tires on the low line, you really got to watch it, I've noticed. And I mean, we're all crammed right together too, so I mean, I'm sure there's some aero effect going on. Yeah, you really got to be careful. And that guy got on it a little too soon, and he paid the price. Almost got us too. Looked like he came up the track and wrecked just after we cleared him. I probably don't need to be riding around in fourth gear. It's just habit from longer races where every drop of fuel is necessary. I also don't think I have enough talent for the amount of fuel in my car to really matter. It can change handling, but honestly, once we get these tires warmed up, we're going to be wanting all the loose we can get anyway, because it felt pretty tight in my last attempt after a few laps.
Alright, man, we're going green next time by. Alright, man, line up on the inside row.
Ooh, looks like they caught a few people in that incident. That's a bummer.
Pace cars enter back stretch.
I'm honestly not sure which restart format I like better. What we do here in the modern series, or the old school single file lap cars inside
Hey Cole,
of
I
the
got
Gen
any
4.
damage on the back, or is it fixed? Or
I mean, at least wave arounds work in this series.
You look fine.
They do not in Gen
appreciate
4.
it.
Anyway, behind me, I'm going high in one.
Get ready.
Alright, here we go. On the leader.
The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag.
The car in P17 just hit the fastest lap.
48.168.
Nice and easy.
That was your fastest lap of the session. The car in P1 just hit the fastest lap.
31.728. Alright, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
And it doesn't
Line
matter.
up single file.
What was the front of block?
What are we doing?
14.
Dude, like, you don't see me? I'm there. I even moved off and give you room.
You know, there's times when I regret implementing the crash cam. If I have to go in and edit 6 cautions in a 45-lap race, I'm going to be pretty unhappy.
Pit road is now open.
That one must have been a little more towards the back. I didn't see anything in the mirror. Still not thinking anybody's coming in. I don't think I will. Even if they, I mean, if everyone in front of me goes, I'm gonna go. But I don't really see why. Nah, they're playing. Can't fool me.
Pit road is closed.
You can always tell when they're getting ready to do the juke on pit lane, because if they were serious about coming in, they would be down there early. They would be down into second gear. It's an entirely different look when they're planning on pitting. And my theory is that people don't think about juking until they're almost past the pits. But sometimes it works. I'm sure it can also backfire though too. If you're the leader and you duck down and juke back out and everyone behind you goes, well, you may have played yourself. But so far, as far as pace goes, we seem fine. Wasn't pushing at all. Just trying to do what we were talking about. Nice and easy. Low exits. Seemed like we were keeping up with it. Looked like the 10 car behind us may have been wanting to go, but you know, yellow came out before he got to do anything about it.
Alright, man, we're going green next time by. Alright, man, line up on the inside row. Catch the 19 car.
Hopefully, though, that's the last of the shenanigans here for a bit, and we're going to have a bit of a green run and see who's who. Alright, let's try it again, shall we?
Get ready. The pace car is in. Green, green, green.
The car in P1 just hit the fastest lap.
31.11 outside. Still there. You're clear high, clear high.
That was your fastest lap of the session. fastest lap of the session. The car in P1 just set the fastest lap.
29.783.
Alright, it looks like these two guys behind us might have speed on us right now. That's okay, we're not going to fight them too hard.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
I like the way we're getting through 1 and 2.
The leader just did a
30.194. Inside.
Didn't like any of that. I screwed all that up.
The gap is 1.1 seconds.
Stay high. All clear, all clear.
I think we're coming off too much in 3. Try pushing it a little bit harder in that turn next lap. That's a little better.
Inside. Still there? Hold the line. All clear, all clear.
Get him through. He's on a mission. And we may just be slow. We're not in this car very much. It could happen. It could be the case. Whoa. Dirty air. I think what we're doing is going to pay dividends down the line.
Saver, brother, saver. I zigged when I should have zagged. Good save.
The leader just did a 30.9.
Got a nice little gap behind us. Hopefully we start reeling these guys in here soon.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is
1.4.
seconds. You're losing on the car in front. The gap is
1
second.
You're clear high, clear high.
And we may not reel him in. We may just be way off in what we're doing here.
By the way, the zigzagging is not intentional, boys. When y'all got close, they follow me everywhere.
All right, we're halfway to the
Put
finish.
that a little closer to the wall than I meant to. Alright, so 10 behind us. Looks like he's slowly catching. Everybody else is staying put. I need to keep an eye on the split between the guys in front of us here. On the eye test, it looks like we're holding or catching. 0.9, we'll check it next lap. Oh boy.
The leader just did a 31.373. Outside. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. Still there? Hold your line. All clear, all clear.
Alright, maybe they can stay side by side for a second. Hold that 10 off for me, that'd be cool.
RC, go low.
They did not.
I'm damaged. Somebody slowing me wants to dive on me in a fucking corner.
You got one inside.
Yeah, we'll get them
All
through.
clear, all clear.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is
1.1
second.
The man is moving, no sense in trying to block him.
The leader just did a 31.727.
Very nice.
Looks like we're catching a little bit on the guys in front of us here. We're just gonna keep doing what we're doing. I'm comfortable. If we finish right here, I'd be more than happy with it. That was early on throttle. Gotta watch that. That's how we blew our right front off in the last one.
17 to 2 and 3.
Got one outside. All clear, all clear.
I'm up preparing a little front right end or front end damage, so let you know.
Plenty of room behind us. Just gotta race the race in front of us. Oh no, that was bad. That was not good.
10 to go at the line.
Much better. I think we're gonna have to watch these guys for a wreck. They just have the look.
The leader just did a 31.708 outside. Stay low.
All right, there's
all
one.
Clear, all clear.
I think we can get one more before this is over.
Five laps to go. Got one outside. This is less than optimal. You're clear high, clear high. Outside. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. All clear, all clear.
All right, I think he might have let us go there.
What's that?
Or he's just real tight. You know, if they mix it up in front of us, we could get by them.
All right, man. 2 to go.
The leader just did a
31.987. Just got the white
All
flag.
right, bring it
One
home.
more left to go.
We could get this guy.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 1 second.
Ah, dirty air. I should have gone high. Lessons learned. Hey, good finish.
There's the checkered
Top
flag.
10, positive I rating, 0 incidents.
Great job,
So it was
driver.
a good day. Like I said, I think we were second split. I'm not accustomed to being the 3-car and top split. But honestly, I don't care. Alrighty. Well, we'll get this thing parked, and I think we're going to call it a day. Well, that was a fun one. I enjoyed it. I think we were a little overly conservative. Well, that's incorrect. Let's see what our tires were at the end here. Yeah, 63.76. That's much better than the 50-something I had on the right front last time. I think we probably could have pushed harder in the center and exit of 3 pretty much throughout the race. I think that's where we weren't doing a very good job. I think it got better towards the end. I felt like we were doing 1 and 2 absolutely how I wanted to the whole time. You could see as the race went on that all those guys that went flying past us early, we reeled in, 3 or 4 of them? Another 2 or 3 laps, maybe even 1 more lap, we would have had the guy directly in front of us. So it was working. I think in a longer run, in a longer race, that strategy would have panned out for sure, or maybe even without the early cautions we had in this one. You know, on a 45-lap race, you've got a couple of cautions. It doesn't really lend itself to, cautious tire management driving. But that's what we had, so that's what we raced with. So we came away in 7th. Looks like Jeffrey got the win. Like I said, that was a fun one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, consider throwing a like and a subscribe on there. It helps me out a whole lot. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and call it here. I appreciate it, everybody. Have a good rest of your day.